On a Sorceress, complete ice build. I don't use anything else but ice, so that means I'm not, a full ice shard or blizzard build. I do use those skills. I use, Nova as well as deep freeze and ice armor as well. For my build here, I will end up doing another segment about like the skills I use and what points are in there, and the paragons as well. For all of that, I am on YouTube as well. Follow me on there, and throughout this video, I'll talk about D4, how they have a breakdown of for every class of where you can find what gear drops what stats, so it can kind of make it a little bit easier for your build and everything, so you're not thinking, oh, this goes on everything, which it doesn't. So I'll have that on my YouTube channel with a link for that as well. So here I just have, my staff. I prefer a staff over an offhand and a wand. I don't go with additional stats. I mean, I could, but I just don't. You can see on here, damage to crowd control, ultimate skill damage, damage to frozen, and all my stats. I've gone with all the ice spikes. So, my blizzard on here has, ice spike damage of 1,963, and I'm gonna try to max all those out. That's just additional damage. I went with critical strike damage for vulnerable enemies, which is 24% just from these 2 gems. On my boots here, I got mana cost reduction, which is good. I want it to be a little bit higher on there. I have 4 ranks in my ice armor, which you definitely need, especially, any class. You need items that have, ranks to whatever you're using. You can see here I have a 20% chance, crowd control duration, while enemies are unstoppable. You deal 28% damage to them, which isn't bad. Not at all. It's not the boots I like. I'm probably going to end up using a unique set for that. Eventually, when I hit level 100, I'm going to mess with like some unique stuff that has all the ice stuff. So I'm just collecting them up right now, trying to get the highest item power ones I can find and all that. Right here on my pants, you can see I got close, got damage reduction for close enemies, dexterity and intelligence, and 4 ranks to my blizzard, which my blizzard is capped out at 10. And on here you can see I got deep freeze. When it's active, I restore 27% of my maximum life and mana, plus the gems are maximum health for right now. I'm probably going to end up going with a couple other different things possibly for gems on, another build that I try out later on in the game. But with this, mana relife and life stuff, I can actually, sometimes it saves your life with having that. You're about to die and you can't keep up with potions, and you just hit that super right there, and it just restores you full life for me anyways. I have over 10,000 life, but yeah. And here on the gloves, you can see I got critical strike chance. I like that to be damage, 26 to all my stats, which clearly I want that to be higher, but still good. Same with the willpower. I got 4 ranks to my ice shards, and while I have ice armor on, I deal an ice spikes on that too. You can see the chest piece here. Reduction from close enemies. Again, I got total armor, all stats, raw skill damage, and I got a heal on there, plus my, maximum life. And then on the helm, I would want to probably replace the maximum mana part to it with something else that's more damage or cooldown. And this cooldown reduction is pretty good. I like it to be higher. It's my only one, so I definitely need to hopefully get lucky on some drops and get that cooldown reduction and a couple other pieces of armor that it does come on. And then my basic skills grant 20% of damage reduction for 2 seconds, so not too bad. And so here on my amulet, I do have mana cost reduction. It is a 23%. It's pretty high. I believe that's one of the more max stats for that. I got, again, damage reduction for close enemies. In Diablo 4, they made the aggro of all the mobs basically coming to you, forcing every class to be close combat classes. Very seldom have I come across any mobs that let you, kind of be separated from them and deal damage and stuff. You just have to, keep moving around and keep making that distance and stuff, but at least when that is closed for me, I got that reduction, so I'm not taking as much damage, which then helps kind of offset the glass cannon damage uptake that you do. You know, if you're using that, you kind of get an increase on that. I got 1 rank of all my mastery skills, so mastery skills like the blizzard, so I have an extra rank to that skill, and 3 ranks of horror frost passive, which is actually where you do, you know, your chilled and such as damage on there. I will show that on the next video of the skills breakdown that I have. And then on here I have you deal 50% more damage to immobilize, stunned, or frozen, which I do frozen, so I do 50% more damage with that. So that's a great aspect, I think, to have, in my opinion. And once again, you know, this build's just like an average player's build that, you know, isn't gonna sit here like a pro gamer and, you know, spam to get that unlimited mana and stuff, and hopefully get the drops to have an unlimited ice shard or unlimited blizzard type build. So this is just an overall, like, you know, enjoy the game type play build. So on here, on my rings, I would actually like to have, instead of critical strike chance, critical strike damage, of course, because mine is rather low, it makes me use potions and stuff. But you can see on here the deep freeze, ice spikes once again, end up, you know, maxing those out eventually. And on here, this is actually kind of like the ring I'm looking for the other one. On here on my aspect, I got my mana regeneration increased by 48% when I do not take any damage for 2 seconds. So I do have 2 sets of barriers. One is from the Paragon Blood, which I'll go over when I make that video. And then on here, the ice armor one is a, you know, barrier, so that helps on not taking damage and constantly having a regen of mana, which is important for, you know, any class really. And then you can see over here, you know, I went and I'm focusing, you know, a lot on intelligence, but also on willpower, because that is your regen and stuff like that. And like I said, you can see right here that my critical strike damage is rather low, but, you know, that versus my critical strike chance, you know, my chance is 31% to do this increase of damage. So that is a good one. I'd like to keep the critical strike chance around 30% and, you know, get that critical strike damage to 100% as much as possible. But all in all, it's like I do vulnerable a lot because of the Nova. You know, you hit that when you got things around you, it causes them to be vulnerable. Also, my regular attack can cause vulnerable damage and does quite frequently, actually. You can see here my chill damage is quite a bit, along with my cold. My cold is over 300, so, you know, and most of that just comes from your Paragon board. And then we'll just go down here for the mana. And you can just see the mana cost reduction. You know, clearly I'm working on that, gonna get that up, you know, past 30% in the future. Just if I can get lucky on some drops, that'd be great. Cooldown reduction, you know, only got one thing, but I do want to, you know, farm those. And once again, check me out on YouTube. You know, it's Zenare on there as well. So I'll have in the link where people, you know, new to the game or just want to know like what gear drops, you know, where, and what item, like what, you know, skills and everything drop on those gears and stuff like that. I'll have that on my YouTube channel as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for looking. Hope you have a good day.